Hi, I'm Stuart from S3 Leadwork, so welcome to the next video. So in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to have a go for the first time at making a lead rose. So I've never done this before, so honestly this is going to be like trial and error, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. Okay, so I've had a little look online and I've come up with this one here, which I think will probably be the easiest to make for a first attempt. So what I'm going to try to do is just recreate this as best as I can. So I think first of all what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the stem part. We'll get that made first and then go from there. Right, okay, so let's have a go at making this stem. So the first thing I need to try to do is I need to create some thickness really. Let's get a bit of lead. That's sort of a lot of length we're going to need. That's probably about right there, I'd say, lengthwise. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to welt that over on itself. Hopefully that should be the right sort of thickness. I honestly don't know. This is all new to me, but I thought, come on, let's give this a go. Oh. Come back here, you. Right, let's put that on there. Keep it where it is for now. Okay. Right. Obviously, we don't need it that width, do we? So we need to cut some of that down now. So even that's too big. It wants to be more rounded, doesn't it? Okay. Cool, it's quite hard cutting through that. You know what? That's actually gone quite nice. What I could do is just put some weld up there just to join that all in and just blend that all in as well. So I'm just going to quickly get that done. Okay, I'm not going to use a stick for this because I don't want to make it any thick. I'm just going to try to do that without. Just going to tap that just to join it up and try and blend that in as well. Just don't want it to be a visible weld. awkward trying to keep it where we want it. Ooh, it's still hot. Funny that. Right. It's changing a little bit. Right, so that's that. What I'm going to do now is just going to get a file out and I'm just going to file all that down. Okay, so I'm just filing this now to just to blend it in, just to hide that weld, so I don't want to see it. Pretty much hidden that now. Okay, so that's all nicely blended in now. So let's have a look at making some of these leaves. Okay, so I'm in the process now. I'm just going to start making these leaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do them bigger to begin with and then get smaller. Just cut a piece off it. I think we're going to do that. Just cut off a 200mm to a 200mm square. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to mark the centre of that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a centre line, a centre circle. Probably set these at about 25mm for that. Another bigger one, that's probably 70. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to cut that out. What I'm going to do is cut into that smaller circle now. This is going to create the petals, I hope. Right, I'm just going to round off these edges. Okay, so I just need to cut the circle out, just so it's going to slide down the stem part. Could do it with a drill really for this, it'd make it a lot easier, but I haven't got one set up at the moment, so I'm just gonna burn a hole out the middle there. About the same size as the stem, as close as I can, so I haven't got too much filling to do. I should imagine that's about the right sort of size. So now, goes my mic. Right, I'm just gonna round all these in now. I think that'll work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slide that down the stem part. And I'm just going to make some smaller circles and repeat the process another few times. So it's going to all sort of like create all the different layers. Okay, so I've just done that, repeating the process, and it's quite effective actually. It does look like all the different layers of all the petals. It's not too dissimilar at all really. Obviously the colouring, but I'm not going to worry too much about that at this stage. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. So what we need to do now is just start having a look at the these lower leaves. Start to make those now. Alright, so I've already started with an idea. I've just cut a piece of lead off here, which was, I think it's, yeah, 150 square. I've just marked the centre again, and I'm just in the process now of just drawing out the leaves. I'm just going to carry on doing that for the minute. What's that, 30 mil, starting from 30 mil from that point there. Keep them as thin there as I can. It goes to 35, right, well I can see that, can't we, there. Can't see that one though. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that out. It's probably going to be easier said than done. Okay, so that's that. Just want to burn the hole out again, so I can. Just want to be able to slide it up there. Burn that hole out again. See what that's like. See if that's big enough to slide in or not. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I think it might go. That's going to be a bit tight, I think. I think we'll cut a little bit more of that out. Doesn't need much. It's almost there. I don't want to take too much out because then I'll be doing some filling. Let's try that. Should really do it the same way, shouldn't I? Yes, gotcha. Okay, so where's that go? Right up to the top, yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some tacks on there just to keep that in place. The mic again. Second time I've done that. Every time I put my mask on, it kind of I whip my mic off. Right. Let's try that. Right. Position it in the right place for a start. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Actually, it's a pretty lucky guess. I think I will just completely fill that in actually. Make sure it stays there. I think that's going to happen. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Okay, now just sort of like bent down a little bit. Something like that. Right, so now that's done, what I need to do now is just start looking at these leaves. Okay, so just making these leaves now. I've actually just made one sort of like off camera. This is the sort of thing that I'm looking at here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make another one of these. Just using literally the off-cut pieces of lead from the petals. To make things easier, I should actually use this as a template. Just going to mark this off. Actually, we don't want any extra lines in there that we don't need, so let's position it there. That's it. Okay, so let's cut that off. So that's that. What I do now is just want to mark some quite heavy lines in it, to give the effect. Okay, same on the other side. Okay, so that's that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to do a series of little cuts in the edges just to give that effect. Just thinking about, really, I probably ought to do the same markings on the other sides as well. You should be able to see this from underneath as well. So I'm just going to do some more on this. As you can tell, I'm making this up as I, as I go along. Okay, it's that now. It's just ready to tack on. Right, okay, so just gonna tack these leaves on now. Just gonna put like a little bit of weld just to keep them in place on both sides probably. Just wondering if I need to, there'd be better sort of like curved. I might curve them in. And if I can curve them, that'd be better, wouldn't it? Do you know what? We can do that when they're tacked into position. So let's get them tacked in. In fact, I've just made it harder for myself now. Yeah, definitely making this up as I go along, right? Because now they're not. It doesn't want to stay in place. Right. Let's see what we can do here then. do you reckon about there? It's not too bad, is it? Another little bit there, keep them in place. Another one a bit further down there, something like that, I think. Okay. Do is just flip that over to try to give that a bit more strength, I think. So a bit flimsy at the moment. So yes, let's give that a bit more strength. Okay, so that's that. Still a bit, aren't they? A bit. I think they always will be because it's quite a thin piece of lead there. So I think they always will be a little bit flimsy. Yes, definitely. I think in an ideal situation, probably tack this to like another piece of lead somewhere and have it on display somewhere, and you can put some like little tacks on the leaves. But actually, it's holding pretty decent now. Right, so that's that done. That's what I think I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to sort of like round these a little bit, just give them a bit of character. That's better. So it doesn't look so straight. You'll see nothing in the wild grows straight, does it? So I think we're pretty much there. The only thing I was thinking of, these little corner bits which I've rounded off for the leaves, because normally you have like little spikes, don't you, on the stem. I was thinking about possibly just putting just a couple of those on, just to give it the last sort of like finishing touch. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that as well. My problem with this is going to be holding it there without burning my fingers, because they're so tiny. I might be able to do something if I put them in there. It might work. I only want to put a couple on just to, yeah, I think that'll just give it like a finishing touch. So let's see if this works. Quite a low flame for this because that's such a small piece of lead there. Let's just see if we can get some on there. There we go, that's all I wanted to do. Put a bit more without losing the corner. So another one, just maybe one more further down perhaps. Get another one about there somewhere, be quite nice. Stay there. Now I've got to use my other hand. Oh no, I can still do it like that. There we go. Let's put one about there. Oh, lost it. Okay. There we go. I'll do is just lower that flame, give me a bit more chance of trying to tack it on there without losing the corner. Okay. whiz that over and do a bit more on this side as well. Okay, so that's those tacked into place. Right, okay, so that's those fawns tacked on there as well now. So that is now all finished. I suppose what this does mean is that's Valentine's sorted. Could be onto something here, couldn't I? It's the gift that keeps on giving. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can check me out on Instagram at SLBLedWorks. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hopefully catch you in the next. Cheers.